Of our guys for the start we had was just about as nightmarish as you can have, and we were able to kind of pull it right back together. Tyus was phenomenal in the first part of the game. We wanted to isolate him and try to have him go on the freshman as much as we could. Elijah was making some shots. We haven't made a lot of shots, but when we do at Ohio State, at Notre Dame, we won the games. But the difference in the game is Pascal struggled the whole year, and when he plays like that, we're a different team. Frank has struggled. When he plays like that, we're a different team. But, it was obviously a good win. We're very fortunate. Some kid banked in a three for us, and then we made a three-quarter court shot. So, those things happen once in a while in the game. But, hey, I think the one thing – Duke is a special team. They didn't have their point guard for most of the game, and Frank was able to take advantage on the offensive end against O'Connell. But O'Connell's such a good shooter, he helps him on that other end. So, but the difference was Frank and Pascal. Obviously, Tyus had a huge game, but the difference is those two big guys. They have really struggled all year, and last year Frank averaged 15 points a game, and this year it's been 6, so I hope he's back. He showed some signs tonight of being back. But it's a tough place to play, and when you get down, we were going to gamble a little bit on their shooters from the perimeter. They're very capable of making a lot of those shots, but in games you watch them play, they have some games where they don't make them. We were really difficult with the big kid inside. He's a monster in there. Very difficult to defend inside. It's very hard to get stops against him. But it was a great effort. We're coming off a game we couldn't shoot anything, and you get discouraged when you lose a game like that at home, and you come back Monday and have to play here, and you get that kind of start. I'm very proud of how they were able to bounce back in that game. And then when we didn't make the shot at the end of regulation, to get the ball right away and score and get ahead, that was huge for us. It was a great win. In this league, though, Pittsburgh beat Florida State by 13 points tonight. It's just these teams all can play in this league.
Jim, Tyus had to play some point for you in the first half.
He brings it up, and he's played the point this year, and he's really not playing the point. We're just running a straight drive for him, like we did with Mike Benajay when he was here, and just trying to attack off that. And
how much did losing Jalen and Frank early maybe help in this game, or did it not?
I don't think it helped. I think we're being able to save Frank the end of the first half, like 6-7 minutes, I think was key to the game, because he made big plays. The last play was, not many guys can make that lob pass. Most guys throw it up, and he made a perfect pass. And that's been missing this year. We haven't had that. Without those two guys, we are not even in the game. And they were really the difference. And Tyus was phenomenal in the first half. He had a run there when we couldn't score. He must have had all 15 of the 20, whatever it was. And he set up the other ones. But, yeah.
Jim, could you elaborate a little bit more on Pascal and his impact on the game, especially on the rebounding side?
Well, 18 rebounds, I guess you don't have to say much more than that, but he changed some shots. He blocked a couple there. He finally caught some under our basket. Instead of dribbling it, he put it back up, which is what we've been teaching him 4 years. I guess I'm a bad teacher or he's a slow learner, one or the other. But he just caught it and went back up with it. He's a good free throw shooter. I thought he might make those two. I'm actually surprised he missed the last one, but he made the two that were important.
Your three best wins have been on the road.
What?
I think your three best wins, or three of your best wins this year have been on the road. Here, Notre Dame.
Yeah, we played a little better on the road than we have at home. There's no question about that. That happens some years. That happens sometimes. But we'll be fine.
What did you say to the team after that 11-0 start?
I just set up a play and I said, let's go get a basket.
Jim, you mentioned Frank Howard, and obviously you said time and time he's near that 100% mark. And do you think that today was kind of that first time?
I think he's healthy. I think he's been healthy. I just don't think he's going. I just don't think he's going.
Do you think he did today?
It was a lot better. I think he's better than that. Honestly, I think he can play at least that good or better.
Jim, how do you explain the difference between Saturday and tonight?
Well, if you watch games and you understand anything, Georgia Tech plays a zone. We didn't shoot the ball well from the outside. Game. That's game. If you don't shoot the ball well against Georgia Tech, you're not going to beat them.
Did your team have the same intensity in both games?
Absolutely, 100%. It's a nonsensical media thing that whenever we lose a game, we didn't play hard. It happens every time. 43 years. Nothing's changed. The first year we did it, it happened, and it's still there 43 years later. When we lose a home game that everybody thinks we're supposed to win, we didn't play hard. We pressed for 14 minutes and did everything we could to get back in that game. But we shot 7 for 33. I'm sure that Mike is going to say Duke shot, what, 9 for 43. It's hard to win games when you do that. But when you're playing against zones like ours or like Georgia Tech's a really good zone. It's really good. Virginia Tech's leading the country at one time in three-point field goal percentage. They shot 5 for 27 against Georgia Tech. And they had to bank, they're a top 10 team, I think they were. And they had to bank a 3 at the end of the game. And Georgia Tech missed the front end of a one-and-run right after that and missed a wide-open shot right after that to win the game. Everybody in Syracuse takes their key from people who say we should not lose to Georgia Tech no matter what happens. That's not this league. That's not this league. You can lose to anybody in this league if you shoot 7 for 33. If we shoot 7 for 3, we're going to play Pittsburgh in there. They play a lot of zone tight. We shoot 7 for 33, we're going to be in trouble. Big trouble. And, you know, we're a better we just haven't proven that we could shoot. Tonight we proved it a little bit, but we haven't shot the ball well. O'Shea makes 3 threes tonight. He's 0 for 12, the last 12 he's taken. Now he's just got to make a frickin' layup, and we'll be all right. But, you know, Duke's a great team. They don't have 2 of their key guys. That's just the breaks of the game sometimes. You know, they have those 2 guys the whole game. But, you know, it's just one of those things. I watched one tape. White made, 8 threes one game? I think 7, 8, I don't know. But it was a lot. And, you know, you couldn't buy one tonight. That's just the way the game is sometimes. You know, that's why coaches get paid a lot of money.
Jim, I get what you're saying about
That was good, wasn't it?
I get what you're saying about missing shots on Saturday and just the way it looked. How do you convince your players that 40 hours later things can change?
I didn't say a word to them. You know, I told them that everybody had them picked as 17-point underdogs, and if that's what you think you are, then go out and play that way. They played that way for the first few minutes, so. But, you know, you got to have pride, and you got to come back. It's a tough environment. It's a great place to play. We've actually played pretty well here, and Duke has not ever really shot the ball well here against us. I don't know why, but they haven't really. You know, and it's good for us, and hope that continues. But no, we just talked about what we needed to do. We made it. You can't enter the ball against Duke, so we did a lot of ball screen stuff with Tyus and Frank, and tried to take that entry pass out of the way, take that off, and just try to get them to go downhill. If they switched, they had a center. And if they tried to get over, then they had an edge to get to the basket. We messed up 4 or 5 fast breaks tonight, 3-on-1, 2-on-1, 3-on-2, just totally messed up. And O'Shea missed at least 10 layups. I mean, I think we really could have scored even more than we did, but we'll take it. We did enough good things to win, and we were fortunate in the first half. And make a shot like that, that's a great thing.
You talked to him last year about wanting the pace to get increased a little bit, and the pace was so quick tonight. Did it help you?
Well, it's gonna be fast here. We wanted to run. They go to the board so hard that if you get a rebound, you're getting a 3-on-1 down the other end. You just got the difficult thing is getting the rebounds. Our guards, Frank got 6, Tyus got 4 or 5, and that's what we haven't been doing. That was a big part of winning. But Pascal was the difference. I mean, 18 rebounds versus we've been getting 2. So I mean, the difference was as great as Tyus was, and he was great. I mean, he took Barrett on and just attacked him. And Barrett's a great player. He's going to be a first or second, one of those 2 guys. They're great players. And when they have all their guys, they're a handful. They're a handful. And, you know, they can beat it. They can win the whole thing. They're, you know, one of the teams you would pick to win the whole thing, for sure. Williamson's just, he's he's hard to handle. I mean, we're got a decent 7'2" defender, 6'9", 6'6", two big guards, and we're trying to get back in there on him and make him change. And he throws some stuff up that's hard, and it goes in, really hard. And then when he goes outside and makes those, I mean, that's hard to do. It's hard to defend him. He's a physical specimen. He's like Charles Barkley was, except he shoots better than Charles did, and he's not as fat. So I hope Charles will come back. He'll have something for me there. But no, he's a different player. I mean, there's not. I haven't seen many players. I haven't seen really any player like him in the limited time I've been in college. And Barrett's a great player. I mean, he's just a great player.
What did you think of that strong charge?
He got hurt. I'm trying to tell him to step in front of Williamson, and I'm walking back saying, if he does that, there's going to be a problem. But he did. He got. I hope he's. I know he's hurting now, but he's a tough kid. He'll bounce back.
Coach, do you feel Tyus took it upon himself tonight to, in the locker room he was saying,
Yeah.
it's on me.
Yeah, there's
and
no-
you see a performance like that?
No question. In the beginning, without Tyus, we're out of the game. Never get in the game. The way they started, I mean, he took over. He made 2 or 3 really hard shots, hard drives, really hard drives. I thought he was going to make that 3 at the end of regulation. I told him we could save some time here, but he made a great drive just before that, and the kid made a great block coming over. He got it just right at the end there, but. Really proud. It's a great win. It's tough to win down here, yeah, it was a great effort tonight. Great effort. Coach Waters.